Hi, welcome to Moon Moon's Messages. This is a collective reading for Capricorn. This is the love reading for you. Now, it is collective, so it will not resonate with everybody. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, please check your other placements, and there may be a message in there for you. If you do enjoy your reading today, don't forget to hit that like button. It will help pass the message on to anybody else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more content from me, then don't forget to press that subscribe. And if you press that notification bell, it will let you know whenever I load up new content. Right, let's get into your reading. So, can we get some cards for Capricorn and their current love situation? Now, this is a general love reading, so it could be past, present or future. So it could be with regards to somebody from your past, somebody that you're currently in a relationship with, or somebody in your future that is coming in for you. So just bear that in mind. It is whatever Spirit wants to bring up. So can we get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? Okay, so the overall energy for yourself, we have a 7 of Swords. Now that 7 of Swords is very much telling me that you are ready to lay all your cards out on the table. You're sick of anybody playing mind games or any sort of games with you. You want to be open, you want transparency. You are very much not happy with things being done in the secret, in quiet. You want everything to be out in the open. And you want everything to be clean. So whether that's you needing to come forward and talking to somebody, or you're waiting for someone to come towards you and clear up something, it could just be that you've got feelings that you've been keeping quiet that you're finally ready to just lay out in the open and let somebody know about. Now, in your particular energy, we have the Sun card in the reverse, which is suggesting me that you are not very happy at the moment. You are feeling a little bit hopeless. You don't feel much joy at the moment. You're very much looking at things, feeling like things are very clouded, like it's going to be a long time before you have any sort of hope and joy and fun. You're not feeling very optimistic at all at the minute. Let's get some clarification on that for you. What's this Sun, please, Spirit? Clarify the Sun. Okay, so with the Temperance in the reverse, it is telling me that you are feeling out of balance with this. You don't feel very harmonious. You're not feeling like everything is together. At the moment, you are feeling very unhealed. You're lacking faith in things. You're just not very focused with anything. You just don't feel like anything's going your way at all. We have a 6 of Stones in the reverse, so you potentially feel like things have not been very balanced for you either. You do, well, obviously you've got the Temperance in the reverse, so you're not in balance. Potentially you may have been in relationships previously where it was very unbalanced. This could be very much you're fed up of things being unbalanced. You want them to be more balanced, but you're just out of balance in yourself. You could very much be a constant giver, and that could be why you just don't feel like you're very joyful at the moment. Maybe you've hit a point where you can't keep giving as much. Maybe you've emptied your little cup out. And you're just feeling very empty, like somebody's took everything from you. You've got nothing left to give. And it very much feels to me like you're lopsided with that. We do have a King of Stones in the reverse, so potentially you could have been given a lot of money. You could have lost a lot of money to somebody potentially. The King of Stones in the reverse is the King of Pentacles in most tarot decks. It's very much somebody that isn't very abundant. They're good at making money, but they lose money very quickly. Could be in a lot of debt as well. Potentially you've lost out a lot of money. Maybe you were given to a King of Stones previously. Maybe you're in that King of Stones energy yourself, and you've potentially given and given and given, and it's thrown you out of balance. Now that King of Stones as well could potentially be making money in an unethical way, hiding how they've been making that money. So if you are making money, it could be that you don't like how you're making that money because you're having to hide it. You don't feel like it's something that you can be proud of, potentially. Now, that could be anything. It could be things like just selling your stuff. It's whatever you feel is unethical, really. It could be something where you might be very proud to keep hold of everything. You might not like having second-hand goods. You might having to be selling a lot of your stuff to keep your head above water. Maybe you're putting things into pawn shops and then buying them back when you've got money coming in, and it could be anything like that. You could just be very ashamed of how you're having to make ends meet. You could be living off credit cards. You're making all that money, but as soon as it comes in, you're having to pay it off your credit cards, and then you're constantly living in debt. It could be any number of things. One of those is going to be relevant for some of you, but it very much that you're out of balance, and it could have a lot to do with money and finances. In your person's energy, they've got the 10 of Wands, and that's in the reverse. So they are ready to let go of a burden that they've been holding. They're ready to share the load. They're ready to start sharing and move forward. So whatever burdens they've been carrying and shouldering on their own, they're ready to release it and start a new chapter. Let's get some clarification on what that 10 of Wands is. I mean, I say 10 of Wands, it looks like a hockey stick. So we have the Hierophant. So they've got a lot of faith in a higher commitment. They've just got a lot of faith in general. They could potentially have been awakened. They may be doing a lot of spiritual healing at the moment. It could be that you may be married to them. It could very well be that they are looking for marriage and they may see you as potential marriage material. We have a King of Clouds. So they are very much looking for the truth. They're very good at communicating. And the King of Clouds is also the King of Air, King of Swords. So yeah, very good at communicating, very to the point, very good at controlling situations. A fantastic leader, potentially somebody that could be in some sort of authority position, maybe policeman, soldier, any kind of government body, anything like that. So that you could have somebody coming in towards you as one of those. And we do have a Prince of Waves, so they are ready to start something fresh and new, an exciting new relationship, something that they're ready to offer that cup of love out. The Prince of Waves is also the Page of Cups, so Knight of Cups. They're very much ready to charge forward and give that offer out to you. They're ready to come and let you know how they're feeling with that King of Air. They are King of Clouds. They're very much confident as well. They're very clear and articulate with what they want to say, and they're ready to come charging in at you with that cup of love, be very flirty, adventurous, show you what it is they've got to offer. Now, it could be that you feel like things are going to be very overwhelming with this person, because it could very much be that they're coming in all cards blazing, wanting marriage potentially, telling you how much they love you and how much they want you, and you're going, whoa, I'm not feeling that yet, and that could be why it's throwing you out of balance. Maybe they've come towards you with that cup of love already, and you're going, hang on a minute, I don't feel that. I'm not happy in things at the moment. You're not quite in balance. You don't necessarily share the same feelings, and you don't feel like you could potentially be a good match. The reason why I say that is you're seeing this potential relationship as a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now that's telling me again about being a lack of abundance, potentially not being very interested in family affairs as well. So maybe your person's got children and you are not interested in children at all. It could be that maybe you want children, but your person isn't interested in children. It could be any number of things, but this is telling me that, you know, you don't see this as being something that you could have as a long-term, happy domestic affair as such. Now, why that is, I'm not sure. Let's get some clarification and see if Spirit has got any more light they can shed on that. What's the Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Can you clarify that? Okay, so everything's come out in pretty much a challenge position. Interesting. So we have the Seven of Waves, so the Seven of Cups. So potentially you feel like there might be a few too many choices, and the choices are very challenging. Whether that's choices for you, or you feel the person has got a lot of options and maybe you don't want to feel like an option and you could feel that that's extremely challenging. It could be that there's a lot of obstacles in your way. Maybe you haven't made a decision yet as to whether or not you want this person. We have a Four of Stones, which is suggesting to me that you may be holding on to something, possibly from the past, possibly to do with why you're so out of balance and feeling like you're not in any sort of abundance at the moment. You feel like you've lost abundance. Could be that you may be holding on to something from the past, potentially. Maybe having something to do with children, because this Four of Stones card does have a baby in a crib on there. So where you're feeling this whole lack of, you know, domestic bliss kind of thing, maybe it is to do with children. It could very well be that you don't like, or maybe you're stuck on a certain idea where children are concerned. Maybe you've got a child, and like I say, your person isn't really interested in children. Maybe they've got children. Maybe it's something where one of you in future wants children and it's yet undecided. We do also have an Empress coming out to the side. Again, that is to do with potential fertility, abundance. So challenges potentially with fertility then, potentially that you, maybe one of you wants children, maybe there's an issue where children are concerned or having children. It could just be that somebody is feeling, the Empress can be in the reverse. It can be somebody that's disconnected, very overwhelmed as well, which to me is very much your energy. Excuse me. So coming out of that whole not feeling quite so down on yourself, not feeling so overwhelmed, could be a massive challenge, and that's potentially why you're seeing this as something that isn't really going to come to fruition. Now, part of your challenge and blockage is the Three of Swords, and we've got that as a side. So getting over some sort of heartbreak is a massive, massive challenge and blockage to whatever this is. So to me, it potentially looks like you could be hung up on an old relationship. Possibly. It could be that this is something from the past and your person wants to reconcile and move forward with you and get married, but they've broken your heart in the past, and that could be why you're seeing it as something that can't move forward. Let's get some clarification on this Three of Swords. It could just be that, like I say, you could be hung up on somebody from the past and it's quite challenging to get over that heartache. So we've got a Five of Waves. So walking away from something, finally giving up on something that you've been wallowing in. So sorrow, regrets, that's part of what this challenge is. So definitely to do with heartbreak of some sort, the feeling of loss, the feeling of guilt and regret at something being lost, and the sorrow of losing something. This is very much you walking away from that. So walking away from that is a bit of a challenge. We've got an Ace of Stones and we've got a Prince of Stones. So this is a very brand new, happy, abundant start. So actually walking away from something that doesn't serve you anymore, having that new start is a bit of a challenge to you. The Prince of Stones, again, the Knight of Pentacles, it's something that's going to take, it's going to be a bit slow. Potentially the pace of things might be challenging for you as well. The Prince of Stones is very much somebody that knows what they want, they make a plan to get it, and they will plot that course and they will get there, but they do it in their own time. They're not in any rush. They are very much wanting to go at a slow, steady pace. Now, what could be part of the issue is your person here is coming in on the Prince of Waves. So that's very quick energy. It's not as quick as a Prince of Air, but the Prince of Waves is still very fast moving energy compared to the Prince of Stones. So potentially your person wants to move very quick and you want to move slow, and that could be a bit of a challenge because the pace of things is not, it's like it's conflicting a little bit. It's not quite getting what you need, or it's a little bit disconcerting to you, and that's why it's a bit challenging. Maybe you want to slow things down and they want to go quick. It could be that it's just going too quick for you, and you like some, because your heart, you're still going through a bit of heartbreaking, you're still healing from that. It could be that you just want to slow things down and make sure that you've got what's going on, and you're doing things in the best way you possibly can. Now, we do have a Page of Swords as the outcome. Now, that's telling me, that's in the reverse. So it is telling me that whatever it is, whatever this challenge is with regards to your heartbreak and slowing things down, it is something where at the end of it, you are going to feel like you've got clarity on the situation. You are not listening to any sort of gossip. There could be gossip that may be coming up. You do need to be a little bit careful though, because there could be a little bit of miscommunication that may happen, and that could potentially be because of the pace of things. Maybe your person may feel like you're not as interested in them as they would like you to be, because you want to go a bit slower. So just bear in mind that communication is key. Do make sure that you are communicating clearly, because that is what your person's all about, clear communication. You want, things to be clarified to you. You want to lay all your cards out on the table. Just make sure that you are communicating it very clearly when you're doing it. Let's get some clarification on this Page of Swords, please, Spirit. So we've got a Queen of Clouds in the reverse. So again, somebody with poor communication, potentially somebody that is easily manipulated as well. So do be very careful with that. If there is any gossip around, that could be very much why you're trying to ignore other people. Maybe you're trying to avoid any sort of gossip that could be, clouding your judgment. You could have somebody in your energy that is trying to cause certain manipulations, and that could be why you've got this Queen of Clouds energy there to kind of warn you, to keep an eye out for that and try not to get yourself manipulated. The Queen of Clouds can be somebody that is very struggling with what they want and not very clear on their truths. So just beware that you try not to lose yourself. If you're not communicating things very clearly, it's very much that you might not know what it is you actually want, which is very clear from over here, because it's very much like you don't know what you want. You haven't made that choice yet with that Seven of Waves. You've still got a lot of choices to make, and you don't know whether you've made that choice or not. And I think with this challenge here of this, the pace, it's very much, have you made your mind up yet? Now we do have the High Priestess in the reverse. The High Priestess, when she's in the upright, is very much knowing everything that she wants, uses her intuition very well, makes plans, gets other people to do things for her, pretty intuitive, very, very good at manifesting things, but yeah, very knowledgeable as well. In the reverse, it's like, again, you're lacking a bit of knowledge, a bit of clarity on things. Potentially your intuition isn't on par as well. Could have something to do with maybe possible manipulative energies, possibly pushy energies. But we do have the Eight of Stones, so it is something where you can work on all of this. You do have the skills to make it successful if you put in a lot of hard work. To me, it looks very much as though you need to work on yourself, potentially your communication. You need to you need to trust your intuition a little bit more, not necessarily listen to other people. You know, make sure that you're doing what it is that makes you comfortable and what you want, not necessarily going along with what other people want because it's what they want. You know, you need to make sure that you're doing things for the best for yourself, especially with over here, with you being completely out of balance and feeling like you're lacking abundance. If it is something where you do move into this relationship or you continue on with it, just make sure that you're doing it at a pace that suits you, because you have got that, like I say, a new start is there for you. It's just going to be a bit of a challenge, but with the right amount of skill, you know, working on your communication, working on your intuition, you'll be able to navigate that and you'll be able to have a successful outcome in this. We're going to get you some Romance Angel Oracles as well, and we'll get you some Moonology cards too. See if there's any more messages from Spirit. Just realised I didn't give you any of the energies with that, and half the deck just moved itself. That's lovely. So we had Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, Leo. We also had Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So your energy's all over this. Taurus again. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So yeah, your energy's in there quite a lot. You could be dealing with a fellow earth sign. Might not be. It could be an air sign or a water sign. There isn't any fire that came out in any of that. Now, it could be any sign that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be one of those. If it resonates for you, it resonates for you. That's half a deck. I don't want half a deck. One more, please, Spirit. Okay, so we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going in unrequited love. So it could very well be that your person is feeling this and you were feeling this, because your person was there very much wanting to move forward, have a relationship, get married potentially, and they've got a strong attraction to you, but it's like you felt like it wasn't really gonna work. So they've got the chemistry and you feel like it's unrequited love potentially. Getting to know each other, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So I think it could be a very successful one. It's just that you need to communicate openly with each other. You know, get to know each other, not rush into it. Make sure you're taking your time, even if that is a bit challenging. It is something that potentially needs to happen, especially with it being in that challenge position. Not letting other people influence you as well. Let's get you some Moonology cards. Okay, so you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. Okay, well, I hope that has given you some you Capricorns something to work with regards to what's coming in for you, and what's going on with your love life at the moment or coming in. Good luck with that. If you did enjoy your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to help pass it on to anybody else that needs to hear the message. Good luck, and thank you for joining me.